on the radio station. But back to my points. So there are three reasons why what will motivate someone to do business with you. And it's going to be health, it's going to be wealth, or relationship. So health, wealth, or relationship. So these are three drivers behind people buying your products or services. So maybe you don't understand what is motivating your clients to do business with you. Maybe you do. Maybe you just think that you have an amazing product or service, but the better you can understand what motivates people to buy, the better you can serve your clients. So one of the four things that you really want to understand in running a successful business is psychology. So there is a lot of psychology in how people buy, why people buy, when people buy. And by understanding the psychology of selling, understanding the psychology of customer service, you'll be able to position yourself to be able to provide a better service. So one of the things that falls under that is just like your pricing. I often have conversations with my clients about pricing strategies and just should I advertise my pricing online or should I not advertise? But pricing strategy, we've all seen it. We've all seen it. Instead of something being, £50, it's $49.99. Like, why is that? Why do people put $49.99 instead of putting 50? Well, that's because it's the first number psychology. So when you see the $49.99, even though it's 1 penny, it feels less than £50. And what some people do, they even do like $49.95. So there's a psychology that as a business owner, you want to understand in your pricing. You want to understand in the words you use. So one of the things that I've studied is NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. It's like the cousin of psychology. And so I majored in business at college and I minored in psychology. And I just love psychology because I love understanding people. I love understanding myself, and it just makes relationships better. So as a business owner, if you understand the psychology of selling, if you understand the way that words can impact people. So one of the things that we're taught in banking is you talk to people about saving their money and making their money. And these are two things that people will resonate with. If you talk to them about saving money, who doesn't want to save money? And if you talk to them about making money, who doesn't want to make money? So point number one is psychology. So if you're a business owner, get some books about psychology. Get some books about not just necessarily general psychology, but the psychology of selling, the psychology of buying, the psychology of positioning your products. So I hope you're writing this down. I hope you are writing this down. If you're not writing it down, we do stream. I'm on all the platforms. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Insta. And we will be uploading on YouTube. And Spice Radio 1 is on Mixcloud, so you can always get the information. So psychology. The next thing that you want to understand, and it seems fundamental and it seems rudimentary, but a lot of business owners don't master just basic IT. Basic IT. So understanding technology. Now, I'm the type of person, I'm not really an early adapter, but I do like to understand things. So as you know, a lot of people call me the Chat GPT guy because I'm a Chat GPT evangelist, not because I'm super technical, but because I understand that this technology can save me as a business owner and save my clients both time and money. And by saving them time and money, I'm making their business more profitable. But basic IT. So I have quite often I come across people who are trainers or who are coaches, and they speak in front of people regularly, and they may go to a venue, and then the venue, let's just say there's not someone there to set up their laptop, or if something goes wrong, the person is stuck. They're like, oh, I don't know how to use PowerPoint, or, oh, I don't know which cable goes in here. That's a fail. That's a fail all day. If you are a business owner, you should not be reliant on anyone to make your business work, especially as a startup or a side hustler. So basic IT, understand the software that is going to make your business more profitable and allow you to serve your clients better. Understand the technology that you use. So if you're a trainer, like you're someone who goes out and trains. If you are regularly presenting or doing workshops, you should know how to set your system up. You should know how to set your Wi-Fi up. You should know how to do the split screen. You should know how to troubleshoot things in the event that something goes wrong. Because guess what? Something will go wrong at some point. And if there's not someone there to save you, that's on you. Okay, so that's you taking responsibility for yourself. I have a good business friend named Kate Curith, and she does content writing. So she has a company called Creative Words. We will be having Kate on the show at some point in the future. And Kate and I were talking about this yesterday because Kate will be presenting at our Business Expo in October. And Kate was saying, what do I need to bring? And I said, well, it's plug in and play, meaning just bring your laptop. We can plug you into the monitor. You're ready to roll. And Kate said something that really endeared me with her. She's like, well, I have a backup laptop. I have it on a disk. Not a disk. I have it on a USB. I'm old school. A disk. Does anyone remember discs? Like the literal floppy disks that were like a square. And then they came out with it. Anyway, she'll have different backups. And me, when I'm doing presenting or keynote speaking, I have my slides. I have my general talk memorized, but I also make sure I have it printed out because you never know what will go wrong. So as a business owner, you have to understand psychology. You have to understand IT. The other one, accounting. Accounting. Now, listen, I've been in banking for 30 years, and when I tell people that, people are like, you must be good at math. No, I'm not great at math. I'm good enough to be able to do what I need to do, and I constantly try to make sure that I exercise my mind and my brain to keep it nimble. However, I understand the basics of accounting. I understand that I need to be making more money than I am spending. I do understand that as a business owner, I need to look at what we call the cost of acquisition. So quite often business owners work in a false economy, and this is particularly relevant to people who have a side hustle. So people who have a 9-to-5, have money coming in, and are doing something else as a side hustle, they view money that comes in as profit. So, for example, if you sell a product for £10 and you get that £10 in, it's not £10 profit. You have to look at how much it costs you to purchase the product, how much it costs you to market the product. You have to understand all the things that go in, which, as I said, is called cost of sale. So you need to understand basic accounting. You need to understand the fact that your profit and the money that you're making off your transactions, a percentage needs to go back into the business. Another mistake that to me is an accounting mistake that people make is that they don't take into account that, you know, you have to build your business. You can't work at zero profit. And you also need to be putting money into your marketing. So when I work with clients, one of the things that I do is first and foremost, the launching point is always putting together a business plan. Always, always, always having a business plan. As they say, people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. I talk about business plans a lot, and we can break down a business plan in another show. But in your business plan, you should have things like, you know, putting money aside for your taxes, putting money aside for your marketing. All of these things go into your cost of acquisition or cost of sale. So we have psychology, we have IT, and we have accounting. The other thing that we you should look at as a business owner and understand, even if it's just the fundamentals, is the economy and economics. So understanding economics is looking at just the very basic economics 101, supply and demand. So the more abundant a thing is, the more of it that is out in the world, or the lower the barrier to entry for that particular thing, the less valuable it's going to be. So you want to understand, well, what do I have as far as a product or a service? How abundant is it? And understanding the economics behind what you're doing, understanding what's going on in the world. So I think sometimes people think I'm filibustering when I go through, the what's going on in the news as we start the show. But what's going on in the news is super important. And by understanding what's going on, what trends are going on, what's going on in the world with supply chain, what's just going on in the world as far as other companies that may be rising or falling, these things will impact your business on some level. Now, there will be things that if you're a smaller business, you might feel that you're insulated from, but you need to understand what's going on in the world, because what's going on in the world is going to determine how much money people have in their pocket. It's going to determine how confident people are in the current economy. And based on that, are they going to have that disposable income to purchase your product or service? So understanding the economy. And when I talk about supply and demand, it's something that you can unpack, and people have different views on capitalism. Now, I am a capitalist all day, all night. However, I do believe that I consider myself a conscious capitalist. So I feel that as an independent person who God has given the ability and talent to make money and help other people make money, I feel that I have a responsibility to help others. However, I also feel that it's within my gift, if I'm willing to make the sacrifices to do things or not do things that I can advance my business, I feel that that gives me the right to support the causes that I believe in. I don't believe that, this whole tax the rich, while people are buying lottery tickets. So people hate rich people, but they go out and buy a lottery ticket to be what? Rich, right? So my thing is this. Look, I understand the economy. I understand that there will be people in need. I understand that I have a responsibility as a human being to help people who are unable to help themselves. But I need to be able to decide as a business owner what causes I'm going to support. Now, obviously, you have taxes that are going to support hospitals and schools and streets and the army and all of that, and that's necessary. But I also believe that I should be able to support other causes, because if you think about it, even charities, that's just another way of setting up a business. And a lot of charities are funded and supported by commercial businesses. So the commercial business that you run is funding the charities and the CICs, which are great causes, but both CICs and charities are just other ways of forming your business. So, mindsets. If you're a business owner, if you're a startup, if you're a side